The sun's out, birds are singing, and you're thinking of buying an Enfield Interceptor. Oh, look, there's me in the mirror, look. I'll just go through a few problems I've had with mine. This is a brand new June 2022. I'll go front to back and explain things I've had to do with it. First off, see it tyres. In cold weather, less than 5 degrees, there's no confidence. Front one went about 8,000 miles, so that's been replaced with this Bridgestone. Moving a little bit further back, the finish on the hub's gone a bit rubbish. This bike's used all winter. It's kept clean, but it's definitely coming off the hub there. Also, it's just starting, I don't know if you see that bubbling on the fork leg as well. If you get a squeaky noise where it's chirping at low speed, the speedo drive could do with some grease. It gets very dry and starts chirping. Also connected to the speedo drive, this cable fractured just here because this grommet is actually fixed to the outer sheath. So when the forks go up and down, it was fracturing just here. So I've spiral bound it, repaired it, and the grommet it's now free to move in that grommet. Moving further up, the dreaded regulator rectifier. This is the second one this one's had, and that's when I went, right, enough's enough, I'll move it to the front. Normally this is mounted behind the engine with the fins facing backwards between the exhaust pipes. Doesn't get enough cooling. So if you just do a quick search on the internet or have a look at one of my videos, you'll find that you can get a cable to put this wherever you like. I've chosen under the headlight on a little adapter bracket. Currently she's in winter mode, so she's got the little fly screen on, and I had to go at doing my own hydro dipping on the mud guards. I've got everything standard to put back on when we get rid of it. Anyway, on the tank finish itself is very sharp. So one of the first things I ever did was put this tank edging on. It's basically for just doing on edging flat plate. Taps on, you don't have to take the tank off or anything, and it stops the tank from chomping into any cables or pipe work that's coming out of underneath the tank. That's quite an essential, I found. New one for today is the ignition's a bit funny. It seems to wiggle and it'll go on and off. I'll have a look at that later. So moving a bit further back, you have on the other side the dreaded relays. So in here you've got your relays. They're often covered in grease because obviously they don't know where in the world these bikes are going to be shipped to. So there's like dielectric grease on the relays. Clean that off and then you should have no problems with it stalling when you come to traffic lights and things like that. Also, while we're on this side, the engine, the base gasket decided to dissolve and just leak oil everywhere, so I had to rebuild that. There's a little video of just setting the timing up, but I didn't show actually replacing that. Moving further back, I've added these footrests. They're aftermarket, and it basically moves them forwards, so you've actually got a bit more comfort for the passenger or pillion, because I normally mount here. Aftermarket panniers, these were second-hand off eBay. Same with the footrests. You can find lots of bits on eBay. One thing I have added is also a Scott Oiler. I think this is a Scott Oiler Mini. Never had one in 50 years on a motorbike. Don't know why, because it's brilliant. The original chain went in about 3,500 miles, even though it was being lubricated all the time. So I thought, right, I'll get a Scott Oiler. This chain now, it's about every 1,000 miles, and maybe you need to just check the adjustment. Generally, its fit and finish is slightly letting it down. After 3 years, I made my own rack. I think this is an original grab rail with a GT 185 rack welded onto it. Same with the back tyre. That was a See It tyre, but that went in about 3,000 miles. This bike's used for works and it's used all year round. The exhaust pipes aren't actually the original ones. These were second-hand pipes, so I've got the new ones sat in the shed in case I need to fit them. I said front to back. I've missed out that I put crash bars on. Little things as well, just the Brembo brake pads. I put those on because the original pads wore out really quickly. A bit wooden, so I've gone for the Brembo Reds front and back. Some people, I just go for the colour, but they were definitely a Brembo, and that's what I've had. Get out there, stay right way up.